talking to us about why developers should be running for public office.
Okay, so I'm here today to talk to you about a really simple idea, and it's this. Developers need to run for public office, and if you're a developer, maybe you should. It's good for all of us. But to talk about that, first we need to talk about the beast, right? Government. The blob. It's an amorphous beast that kind of takes and takes and takes and gives nothing back, right? Well, at least that's what we tell ourselves. That's at least what we talk about, how we talk about it. But in reality, government is a system, much like a software system. And there are thousands of people working in it, thousands of laws. And thankfully, our software system, or our OS that we live in, has been designed for refactoring and changing. So there's this wonderful new movement, the Gov 2.0 movement, where citizen developers and other people are getting involved and doing all sorts of wonderful things to try and open government up from the outside. And that's absolutely wonderful, and I think we're doing a great job there. But there's an obvious gap. And that gap is we're not running for public office, right? We're voting, we're lobbying, we're doing press and open data, but we're not running. And how can we ensure that sane technology decisions are being made from the outside? We can't. If we don't have a seat in the table, we can't help make that happen. There are 1.3 million developers in the United States, and there are approximately 0 developers in public office. What the hell? Okay? That is completely unacceptable. Now, Clay Johnson, who I'm ripping off terribly, made a really interesting post about this the other day, and Andrea DiMaio from Gartner wrote a really negative, stereotypical attack on developers who want to run for public office. And he offered this definition of what a politician should be good at. Politicians need to be able to balance positions, seek compromise, communicate effectively, be transparent but not to a point, not take sides too strongly while being passionate about certain topics on their constituents' behalf. Well, that kind of sounds like my idea of the perfect software developer, because in reality, software development is as much a process of collaboration and communication and negotiation as it is a process of actually writing code. So, software developers write stuff that has to work in the real world, right? This is where code meets the pavement. And if we do not write stuff that works, we do not succeed. If we don't collaborate, we don't succeed. Legislation is source code. It's a set of rules designed to serve people, just like code. And like code, legislation has bugs. But when government has bugs, the problems are extremely severe, right? People are sold to other people. People don't get to vote. People stand in bread lines. They lose their partners or they lose their own lives. So fixing government bugs is of critical importance. It's deeply important. And developers, being innovators, are in a unique position to be able to find other technologists and other innovators to solve these kind of problems. And then, wait for it. Okay, remember how everybody was having such trouble lifting this fucking bill, right? It's crazy. Am I the only one who was thinking, where's the source control system? Why can't they just look at it in context? Well, they can't, but developers wouldn't wait for that to happen. They would just fix the problem. And also, there's great parallels in the executive space, right? So, IT people who implement and deploy software and actually have to make it work in the field, that's a great parallel to being a mayor or a governor. So Sean Tevis is the only developer I know of who's actually tried to run. He ran in 2008 for Kansas House of Representatives. He lost by 425 votes, and he's running again. And you should really check him out. He's got some really interesting stuff to say. So if, like Sean and like me, you ever spend your days down-nodding politicians mentally, or if, like me, you ever get frustrated at night and you try and come up with a Tufte-style lie factor for politicians, or try and figure out what the big O notation of actually getting something fucking passed in Congress is, well, maybe you should think about running, right? Maybe you should just for a moment take that idea of running out of your not possible imagination space and put it into your maybe I could do this space. Because we need politicians that understand development, and we need creative developers and hackers and makers and people like all of you right here to stand up and help us build the 21st century government that I know we need and can have. I cannot wait to vote for one of you. Thank you.